It's time to take a look at the biggest new game releases coming up this week. We've got a pretty packed lineup of games this week with 7 games to go over. Let's get right into this. Number 7, Yomawari Midnight Shadows. Yomawari Midnight Shadows is the sequel to Night Alone, which originally released in 2015 in Japan, came over here to the States in 2016, published by Bandai Namco, and is a really interesting game. The game had some very interesting thematics. Design-wise, it was very charming. Obviously not to the level of your typical bigger budget release, but it was a very appealing game nonetheless. Yomawari Midnight Shadows hits the PS4 and PS Vita on October 24th. Number 6, This Is the Police for Switch. This Is the Police is a strategy adventure game set in a city spiraling the drain. Taking the role of gritty police chief Jack Boyd, you'll dive into a deep story of crime and intrigue. Will Rag reach his retirement with a nice stack of bills, or will he end up broken or worse? This Is the Police is a game that's already been released on PC and other platforms, and it's a very interesting game, and having it on the go on the Switch is going to be very nice when it comes October 24th. Number 5, Hidden Agenda. Hidden Agenda is a crime thriller by Supermassive Games. If you guys don't know who those are, and I don't really blame you, those are the guys behind Until Dawn, which was a pretty interesting PS4 exclusive early on in its life. Hidden Agenda has you take control of a homicide detective as well as a district attorney who are involved in the case of a serial killer known as the Trapper. The game looks pretty interesting and it's running on the Unreal Engine 4. It'll be coming to the PS4 on October 24th.
The story of the game centers around a serial killer known as the Trapper, who has been murdering numerous people for some time. What he does is he sets up traps on their bodies, the bodies of the victims, which are designed to kill the first responders.
You play Becky Marnie, who is a homicide detective in charge of the investigation, and Felicity Graves, who is the district attorney. We saw how people played Until Dawn, which was, although it was a single-player experience, on the internet we saw loads and loads of people.
Number 4, Destiny 2 on PC. Destiny is finally hitting PC. The first game didn't even have a PC release, and Destiny 2's PC release didn't come day and day with the console version. PC gamers had to wait a month and change, but the wait should be well worth it. The port is shaping up very nicely. It looks like it has a lot of settings and a lot of options for tweaking the game to exactly how you want it to play on your rig. At this point, we all know what Destiny 2 is about, and there's a lot of similar games to Destiny on PC, such as Warframe, but it'll be nice to have the Destiny experience on PC. Even if you weren't the biggest fan of it, or it's a game that doesn't appeal you, you can't deny that it's one of the biggest franchises in gaming right now. Destiny 2 hits the PC on October 24th.
Your service. I won't lie to you, the EDZ is in rough shape, but I dare say you look ready for a few rounds with the enemy. Let's get down to business, shall we?
You're on your own, my friend. Be brave. Excellent. What say you use your access to prepare a broadcast?
Number 3, Assassin's Creed Origins. Assassin's Creed is back. After Ubisoft took a year off in 2016 to revamp and refine the series, now we have Assassin's Creed Origins, which is gonna follow a similar premise, but it definitely features a lot of new elements. The game is set in ancient Egypt, and as the title of the game would suggest, it's an origin story of how the Assassin Brotherhood came to be. And it explores the origins of the centuries-long conflict between the Brotherhood of Assassins, who fight for peace by promoting liberty, and the Order of the Ancients, forerunners to the Temple Order who desire peace through force. Assassin's Creed Origins is adding a lot of RPG elements, and the gameplay is being refined to offer a much better experience. We'll see if Assassin's Creed Origins can reignite the franchise as it releases on PS4, Xbox One, and PC on October 27th.
To forward time. This will actually, you know, those guards will get up and they'll do their daily business. At some point, maybe they'll go to sleep. The point is, this is an ability that allows you to change the setup. The stealth system itself is very different than previous ACs. Now it's really distance-based. That's an important thing because we wanted the player to be able to cat and mouse with the AI. So you don't get detected right away. They might see you, they might see a threat, but they might not recognize the true threat that it is. So they need to come closer, they need to investigate. This allows you to start splitting groups up. Combined with sleep darts, with poison, you can really manipulate the environment.
Number 2, Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus. Wolfenstein: The New Order was one of the best games released early on in this generation. It was a great single-player first-person shooter with awesome visuals, great gameplay, and atmospherically and ambiance-wise, it was on point. Now we have Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus, which is the follow-up to the first game, and it's set in an alternate history in 1961 America following the Nazi victory of the Second World War. And it follows the efforts to fight against the Nazi regime in the United States, where a second American Revolution is being set up. Expect Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus to improve upon a lot of the elements that were found in the New Order. Better gameplay, a more open world, but also expect the great storytelling and atmosphere that was found in the first game. Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus hits the PS4, Xbox One, and PC on October 27th.
The knife, or just your clenched fist fighting the powers that be, then you are one of us! They burn.
Finally, number 1, Super Mario Odyssey. Very few games can match the quality of Nintendo exclusives. We saw that with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and it's crazy to think that within just a 7-month span, we are getting what could be 2 standout Game of the Year contenders from Nintendo. Sony and Microsoft have put out their fair share of good games, but even with games like Horizon Zero Dawn, comparatively speaking to titles such as The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, they do fall a little bit short, and you can expect the same from Super Mario Odyssey. We've already heard that this game is shaping up to be just as good as Breath of the Wild, if not better. Another true system seller for the Switch. The game returns to the primarily open-ended exploration-based gameplay featured in Super Mario 64, and that should be great. Visually, the game looks really solid, and there is a co-op mode in there as well. So hopefully Super Mario Odyssey lives up to the hype when it comes to the Switch on October 27th. So that wraps up the top 7 best new game releases of the week. What do you think? What games are you picking up this week? Let us know in the comments section down below. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.